do you want ICE abolished or reformed?
I want ICE to be made accountable. I want this full-blown debate out here. It's an agency which is corrupt from the top down. The head of the snake is in the White House right now, and we just have to make sure that we have this full-blown debate right now.
I want to pin you down on this, because it sounds like you're saying that you want it reformed. You're not saying that you want it abolished. And there are a number of Democrats who say that it needs to be shuttered. And I wonder how you think Democrats should be approaching this, because how do you make sure that it doesn't become essentially defund the police 2.0 when you do have Americans who are in favor of, say, this idea of getting rid of the worst of undocumented immigrants, even as they don't like the tactics that are being used in Minneapolis, even as they don't like what we're seeing when, you see grandma who's been here for 2 decades and isn't a public safety threat being deported. They don't like those things, but there are some things they do like. How should Democrats confront that and not make this be defund the police 2.0?
I am voting no on the ICE budget. I am not going to be supporting a rogue agency and this army of agents that are hitting the streets of our nation in a way without any constitutional protections built around them. I'm voting no on the ICE budget. And I think that's the right position to take right now, because this is something that Donald Trump, we saw it on Saturday in Minneapolis. Let's be honest. We saw it in Saturday.
But is that no in perpetuity, or is that no for ICE as it is? Do you want it abolished or do you want it reformed?
Let me just finish this. Pam Bondi on Saturday, what was her first response? Give her the voting rolls of Minneapolis. What was that all about? We know what it was all about. It's about what we're seeing right now down in Atlanta with the FBI going into the election rolls of Atlanta. This is all ultimately about Trump exercising the Insurrection Act, where you can use the Army and the Marines on the streets of our country in order to suppress votes in our nation. That's what this is all about. And even today, as Bondi goes into Minneapolis, is it to focus upon the murder? Is it to focus upon what happened on those streets? No. It is to divert away from the central issue that all Americans want to have answered. What is happening to our government?
I hear what you're saying, but let's not divert away from the issue of my question here. Do you want it abolished, or do you want it reformed? What do you want to happen to ICE?
I don't trust this administration. I don't trust this administration with the ICE funding. So to the extent to which we need to stop and have this debate and make them accountable, let's see if the Republicans are willing to rally around a way in which we deal with this issue. Otherwise, we're going to continue to have this unfolding constitutional crisis beset every city in our nation before the end of this year, including on Election Day, when the Insurrection Act is going to be invoked by Trump, and he is going to try to make sure that minority voters especially are not allowed to come out and participate in our democracy. That's what this is all about. It is a crisis point in our nation's history.
Senator Ed Markey, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.